What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Rivet City Red Zone's Halftime Heat. My name is Metal Mike, and episode 4. We are here yet again to bring you the news from all around the world of football from Sunday afternoon to today at 4 p.m. Today, meaning Wednesday. Yes, this show is recorded. It gets dropped the next day. So it is Wednesday afternoon. So let's get into it. First off, I'd like to send out my congratulations to the 49ers for defeating the Lions 34-31 and winning the NFC Championship. They will head on to take on the Chiefs, who have defeated the Ravens 17-10 to win the AFC Championship. The 49ers and Chiefs are heading to the big game. Now, me and John will be talking more about these games on Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, on Rivet City Radio's Twitch and Off the Top Media's YouTube channel on Rivet City Red Zone. So I'm not going to get too much into the games, but just wanted to send out my congratulations to those teams, and we will be seeing them on February 11th in the big game. But we're going to get into what we're really here for, and that's the news that dropped from Sunday afternoon when we went off the air to now. So let's get into it. First off, former Falcons head coach Arthur Smith. He is now the offensive coordinator for the Steelers. Now, you think when the coaching carousel started, there was about 7, 8 openings. And then we get towards this point of the season now, and we're down to 1. Ex-head coaches becoming coordinators or not having a job at all. There's still one team looming around without a head coach, and that is the Commanders. As of today. But we'll get into that in a moment. Yes, offensive coordinator Arthur Smith, former Falcons head coach Arthur Smith, is now the offensive coordinator for the Steelers. Ben Johnson, offensive coordinator for the Lions, he made his decision. He will be returning to the team in 2024. Ben Johnson had some interviews with the Falcons, Seahawks, Commanders, and decided, you know what? I'm coming back to the Lions for another season. He feels like the Lions can get back to where they got to this year, and maybe that one step further in 2024. Linebackers coach Bobby Babick from the Bills got promoted to defensive coordinator. Brandon Staley, former head coach of the Chargers, he is interviewing for the vacant defensive coordinator position for the Rams. Again, Brandon Staley was the head coach for the Chargers, now becoming a coordinator. This happens. It truly does. Wide receiver Greg Lewis, wide receivers coach Greg Lewis from the Ravens is interviewing for the Saints' vacant offensive coordinator position. So there's a possibility that Greg Lewis could become the offensive coordinator for the Saints. Offensive coordinator Kellen Moore, former Cowboys offensive coordinator. He is now the offensive coordinator for the Eagles. Now, I'll say this. Being an Eagles fan myself, I love this move. The Eagles, we all know how their season went. 10-1. Lost 5 of their last 6. Went into the wild card round, lost to the Bucs 32-9. I feel like the Eagles made a huge improvement in their coordinators, and I'm glad that they decided not to fire Nick Sirianni. Because the rumors of Sirianni being on the hot seat for me anyways as a fan, was upsetting. I'm glad that they let Nick Sirianni make the moves, the proper moves, to get better coordinators in there. Vic Fangio last week coming in, defensive coordinator. Now Kellen Moore, offensive coordinator. Mike McDonald, he was a former coach for the Ravens, became the head coach of the Seahawks today. And I mean today, Wednesday, because again, this show's recorded and it gets dropped the next morning. So as you're seeing this, it is Thursday. I'm recording this on Wednesday night. He got hired Wednesday afternoon. So we are down to one, and that is the Commanders. In some player news, quarterback Mac Jones for the Patriots. He's on his fifth year option this year, and it's not being picked up. The team has already advised that they are not picking up the fifth-year option, and he will be a free agent in 2025. Now, that's pretty much all the news that came out of this week so far, because a lot of things are happening. We got the Senior Bowl this weekend. The best players in college football get together and play in an all-star game. That's what this is. It's a Pro Bowl type game, an all-star game for college football. These kids, these young men, get to show their talents in front of NFL coaches, scouts, general managers, and front offices, what they can do and what they would be able to bring to an NFL team. Myself, I will be watching the Senior Bowl this weekend. I'm excited for it. A lot of very big prospects are in this game this weekend. Some future stars in this game this weekend. So I would highly advise watching the Senior Bowl because it's going to be a very, very fun game to watch. As far as the pros, we also have the Pro Bowl games this weekend. The best players from the NFL who have gotten voted to the Pro Bowl are going to be in Florida this weekend. And the Pro Bowl consists of they call them the Pro Bowl games. Pretty much there's different competitions that happen. And here are some of the competitions that do happen. Thursday, there will be a skills showdown. And what this consists of is precision passing, best catch, closest to the pin, high stakes, dodgeball, and snapshots. Precision passing is where 3 quarterbacks from each conference will accumulate points by hitting as many targets as possible in 1 minute. The conference will, with the highest cumulative points scored, cumulative scored earns 3 points. There are 10 targets that are either static or attached to robotic dummies and drones, ranging from 1 to 5 points. Best catch is pre-taped in landmarks around Orlando. Best catch will feature 1 player from each conference showing off their creativity, inventiveness, and talent. Fans will vote online to determine their favorite catch, and the players with the most votes will earn 3 points for his conference. Closest to the pin is a golf accuracy competition. Will feature 6 players from each conference who will drive the golf ball as close to the hole as possible. The winner will earn 3 points for their conference. High stakes, starting off with a football in hand. Each player attempts to catch punts from a jugs machine. Each player that succeeds in catching the football without dropping others will advance to the next round and attempt to catch an additional football. The player who catches the most footballs win. Dodgeball, I'm sure I don't have to give you the rules to dodgeball. And snapshots. This new skill will allow long snappers and centers to showcase their skills by snapping the ball at targets of various sizes and point value. Very interesting. The Pro Bowl games, definitely a new concept that has started a few years ago. And definitely something I'll be watching. Now, as far as the rosters, there are a few players that are not going to be playing in the Pro Bowl games this weekend because they are in the big game. Players like Brock Purdy, Christian McCaffrey, Kyle Juszczyk, all from the 49ers. George Kittle, Trent Williams on the NFC side. But we will be seeing players like Dak Prescott, Matthew Stafford, Jalen Hurts, Baker Mayfield, Geno Smith. Actually, Matthew Stafford replaced Geno Smith, and Baker Mayfield replaced Dak Prescott. We will see DeAndre Swift from the Eagles, Kyren Williams from the Rams, and Jahmyr Gibbs from the Lions, who replaced Christian McCaffrey. CJ Ham from the Vikings replaced Kyle Juszczyk. A.J. Brown, Mike Evans, Puka Nacua, Amon-Ra St. Brown actually replaced A.J. Brown, and DK Metcalf replaced Mike Evans. And that are just some of the players on the NFC side. As far as the AFC side, their roster will consist of some players from the Dolphins, the Ravens. There's going to be no Chiefs players like Patrick Mahomes because they are in the big game. But we will see Tua Tagovailoa, Lamar Jackson, C.J. Stroud, Gardner Minshew, Raheem Mostert, James Cook, Derrick Henry, Alec Ingold, Tyreek Hill, Amari Cooper, and much more. So again, the Senior Bowl will be taking place this weekend. For the exact date, it will be happening on February 3rd, which is in 2 days. Well, it's counting down 2 days, 15 hours, 56 minutes from now. But February 3rd is the Senior Bowl. As far as the Pro Bowl games, those will be happening on Sunday. Definitely check the websites 4 times for the Pro Bowls and Senior Bowl. But other than that, that is all the news that has come out of the world of football. Remember to head over to Rivet City Radio and Off the Top Media's Twitch and YouTube channels. Hit the follow button, subscribe button, turn your notifications on. Check out all the great content going on over on the networks. Like Botch and Chair Shots. The Table Spot. Sorry for the interruption. Ringside Chatter. NXT on Tap. And much more. Also remember to join myself and the Candyman John every Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Rivet City Red Zone. If you want to look me up on the socials, you can catch me at MetalMike714 on Instagram, X, TikTok, and Snapchat. Please add me on Snapchat. It's like a day in the life. I just record stuff. I post stuff on there that I do not post on Instagram, X, or TikTok. So please add me on Snapchat. My time is up here on the Red Zone, Rivet City Red Zone's halftime heat. So until next time, be good to each other, be kind to each other, take care of each other. Remember, the world is not moving as fast as you think it is. And what I mean by that is be patient with each other. Until next time. Deuces.